Happy New Year, everyone. We're here chatting with Cooper. I just wanted to reach out to everybody and wish everybody the happiest of New Year's. And to this week at new chapter, new year, new marketing and advertising, new conversations. Had a lot of people reach out to me at Big D's Dog Training 651-398-5766. I had a lot of people reach out to me over the holidays, just thanking me for some of the things that I shared with people and some of the options that I had given and some of the tips and whatnot. We look forward to, we're going to put together a game fair tips video that we'll be having out there for the public. We're also going to work with the guy to try to get that book back out there. Just a couple of other things. Keep watching for our Facebook Lives. We've got a bunch of stuff coming up. Hopefully some fun stuff. And then I got an idea that I'm going to start doing a morning weather forecast when I'm doing the dog shows out there. Maybe I'm just going to do a Facebook Live and give the audience what the weather's like as we're training first thing in the morning. See if I can keep up with this. It's going to be fun. Somebody asked me, well, Cooper, what's the weather in your area in the morning when I'm out training? So I'm going to do that too. If I can get around to it. I'll try to be consistent with it, but a lot of things on the plate. What we're going to cover today, we're going to cover, the new chapter. It's a new year, and the world can't accomplish anything if we don't put our foot forward to try to do it. Stop pointing fingers and blaming for everybody else for what we can or cannot do. I'm going to do it for myself. It's going to probably help motivate me to help motivate others, just for the mere fact of, you look for your achievements to supersede the conversation. And I was talking about having done things and having people just really not knowing, what you've done and getting credit for it. But if you're not consistently helping others and consistently working on the behalf of others, it's truly hard for anybody to help and work with you. So when you look at efforts, I'm looking at changing my own personal effort. You look at doing something positive every day, working on my due diligence, working on my phone calls, following up, answering the people's questions, doing the emails, trying to stay on schedule, starting to stay on task, and trying to help somebody. Writing, I was watching the news the other day and just trying to do that documentation things of 5 things that I'm grateful throughout the course of a given day. Well, number 1, I'm grateful for Sandra and the relationship that we built. I'm grateful for my kids, Levi, Lorette, Mariah, Ivana. I'm grateful for them. I'm grateful for all the experiences that I've had in the past. I'm grateful for all the failures that I've had in the past, because those failures help make you who you are and help you benefit for your future. So I have to keep that in mind, that failures are not failures. They're building blocks to success. You look at things like disappointments. We had a book deal that we had, and the publishing company got sold, so therefore everything that wasn't in print at that time was poof, gone. So you look at certain things like that, and not going out to California and taking dog training jobs and opportunities that you miss out on, and not being able to rep where you want to do certain things, and just types of things like that. But I find myself being asked to do and help a lot, which at one point I was looking at, what does helping others, how does that actually benefit myself? Time, energy, change of life, going out of your way, missing out on stuff, all those little things that happen. But when you look at the big picture, it always pays forward. It always pays forward. And may not benefit me, but it might benefit countless others. So I had a video shared with me recently about a young man who lost his dad in the military, and it made me actually think differently about, that helping others. It's one of those, trying to get on the schedule so I can see more of my son's games, trying to get on that path of just trying to push just a little bit more, because it always seems like we're way too busy. And as a business owner, you look at a lot of the time, that energy and effort that we do, that's a waste of time. Time that we could spend marketing, time that we could spend advertising or talking to people or on the phone making new contacts or spending that time doing things of waste. Um, Times of going, oh, I'm tired of doing XYZ that makes me successful. Those things are wasteful. So we have to do, look within ourselves. I reached out to my friend I was talking ringside, and he and I were discussing what can we personally do to help change society in the world. And I said, you know what? You and I are that effort. If we talk to a couple of people a week, just to saying, let's all try to do something positive forward to help each other, or all try to do something to educate each other, or pick up something to educate. But don't take that information in personally ourselves, but to help share that information and pass it on, it might be a better place. Because what's happening now in today's media is the naysayers, the ignorance, and everything else like that have been given the platform of spouting off because they're the one, you look at the person that does the most chatting is maybe not doing the best job, but they're out there. So people start believing it. It was just like a person I was talking to about their breeding program. They were talking about, well, this dog that we're going after is a great dog. I said, have you looked at the lineage behind that animal? And they go, well, not really, but it's advertised everywhere. It does a lot of winning. I said, but that dog in particular is great by accolades, but it's not great by structure. It limps around the ring. It has limped for 3 years. Why does it keep winning? Marketing and advertising. It doesn't have the best head. It's missing jaw fill, which is part of their standard. But it does a lot of winning because of the platform that handlers take to promote it, the clapping that goes on around the ring to promote it. Doesn't make it the best. So what happens is us that are doing our wonderful job, we got to stop being quiet. We got to stop being quiet. We have to market ourselves. We have to tell people about the goods that we do. We have to let people know how hard we work and the things that we have to go through. The dog that craps in the kennel on the trip home that you got to clean out because it just happened. Too much treats that weekend. And telling those individuals that are talking outside of the rings being assholes just because they can, walking over to them, whispering in their ear and going, that's not appropriate. Stop being an asshole. And for all you know who you are. Okay? Screaming and hollering about certain things. People deal with things. Let's stop being, pointing fingers and walking up to the individuals that you have a problem with and having the discussion. Stop being a jerk. I was in the ring helping somebody just recently. And I said to myself when I walked out, why do I do it? Why? It's not going to do me any good. Does it do me any bad? No. But why? I walk away from what I'm doing because people called help. I stop what I'm doing. It may cause me to lose because of that. So the question comes, and I ask the group, why do it? Because it's the right thing to do. But then the right thing to do doesn't always pay your bills. You go to a dog show and a client's dog doesn't show up. Well, guess what? You're ringside. That's why you look at how a lot of times somebody asks me, well, handlers aren't always friendly. Well, because they work all the time. Owners oftentimes don't see how much work goes into what they're doing, so you got to market and advertise yourself all the time. And then you have that person that shows up ringside, asks you to handle the dog, then they don't pay you. Happened in Florida. Well, what dog did you handle? Well, they don't pay you. Well, I performed a service. You didn't get there. Or they pull their dog. Well, because I don't want to show to that judge. Or just stuff happens. They don't show up. Well, I'm not going to pay you. So when you look at the industry, it's different today than it was yesterday. The educational side, I was talking to a mature handler recently. The educational side is being lost. People no longer are paying attention to the value of education, time, and study. When I was younger, I probably was the same way when I looked at education, time, and study. When I went to college, oh, I'm never going to use any of this information. I use it every day. When I went to high school, I'm never going to use any of this information, but I use it every day. From science to math to English to the social skills of dealing with people. So why do we do it? That's the question that I posed to the group. Why do we help each other? Because it's the right thing to do. How do we benefit from all the hard work that we put in? Compensation. How do we ask for it? What are we worth? What are we worth? But the positive part about it, with the new page of what we're dealing with in life, is as we achieve more. As we educate, we achieve more. As we're diligent, we achieve more. But our achievements aren't always come back to us in monetary form. They may come back as accolades. They may come back monetarily. But I guarantee they come back socially. Because if you look at the whole world as a picture, one of the things I wanted to make sure that people do was, hey, you know what? There's been rough roads in everybody's life and past. But going forward, I want the best. And the best life is getting up every morning with a smile. Sharing blessings where you can. Being good at the best that you possibly can. And sharing all the information that you can. Because you win by somebody else's doing well. With that, I'm going to close. We're going to start out the year with little bits and pieces this time. But we've got some great topics coming up that people have sent to me too. But guess what? Let's move forward this year. Let's be positive with everybody. Let's work hard to make our niche the best niche possible. And refer every single dog that you can think of that needs any type of help, any type of conversation, any type of handling, any type of joy. Refer this and refer stories to me and the problems to me. Also, look out. We got this new, heard about this new dog sport that we're going to get involved in. Looking forward to that. Thanks to a buddy of mine and a fellow trainer to pulling my coat on this one. Look forward to hearing from you guys soon. Give me a call, 651-398-5766. Shoot me an email, gotadog1@gmail.com. Check us out on Facebook, Sandra R.I., Sandra Cooper, Big D's Dog Training, Cartrell Cooper. Check us out. Look forward to talking to you soon. Peace out. Have a great week.